So last month I was driving past a local garden shop, and the marquee out in front advertised Mulch Madness. Naturally, I had to make up my bracket. It fell apart right away, though. Who knew that pine bark would upset red cedar? And pea gravel, how'd they even make the Sweet 16? It's not even mulch. So I know you've all experienced this. You're driving through Virginia, you got the stereo on, you're listening to your favorite music, you got some gin and juice and a cup in the console. You got the windows up, but there's a little bit of air coming through the ventilation system, and all of a sudden you smell it. Pot smoke. And it's strong. I nearly spilled my margarita. So when I'm looking in front of me, I'm like, which car is it? A car is essentially a big box of air driving down the road. How much pot smoke needs to be inside that box of air to come out and enter your box of air, which is several car lengths behind? So whenever this happens, I'm always looking and wondering, who's in that car? I expect when I drive past, I'll see a guy that looks like Willie Nelson or maybe Snoop Dogg or Cheech and Chong hotboxing in there. And then the car that was behind me drives past, and I look over and I think, she looks a little like Martha Stewart. And she looks at me and goes, and I'm like, she thinks I look like Willie Nelson. So the other day I was driving and an ambulance rushed past me, and as it got to the next intersection, it turned off the lights and siren, which left me wondering, oh my God, did the guy die? So guys, do you use urinals? I notice some guys go in and they head straight to the stall. Me, I figure I'm going to use my male privilege and pee in the urinal. Plus, I love standing in other men's urine. That's about one of my favorite things, I guess. So one day I walk into a restroom and there's 3 urinals. There's 2 guys at the outside one, so I take the middle one. And as I'm getting ready, I realize neither of them have started peeing. Is it a flow issue or maybe performance anxiety? Anyway, I'm ready, so it starts flowing out. And finally, these guys start peeing. Glad I could help you fellers. So, folks, if you're in a bathroom stall, don't have a phone conversation. I walk into a bathroom in a pub, and I walk up to the urinal, and with my hand aiming the little fireman, I hear these words coming from the stall. Say something to make me smile. So I said, that must have been some good Mexican. So folks, do you have a smartwatch? I've got a Fitbit. So this thing has loads of useful apps. I have an idea for a useful feature. Upcoming fart detected. With a countdown. So you can plan where you're going to be when it's about to happen. Farts are motivational. When you know it's coming, you're brainstorming on how you can get away with it. Is that music loud enough to cover it? Well, here's a tip. Make sure that music isn't coming from your headphones. So some fart release locations are better than others. Did you ever fart going down a staircase? With each step, a little more is coming out. And you look behind you to see if anybody's looking, and then when you turn around, you realize there's a group down there. Another place you may not want to fart? An elevator is essentially a big box of air. So the Fitbit can connect to your phone, so you could actually answer your calls on your Fitbit. So typically my calls are from Mom, and she's just checking up on me, and it vibrates on my Fitbit. And there's other reasons for it to vibrate too. For example, one time I'm out for a walk, and this thing starts going, walk detected. It's vibrating. I'm like, oh, look at that. So this thing uses artificial intelligence to determine what type of exercise you're doing based on the motions it senses. So there I was, doing that thing that your parents told you when you were a little kid that you shouldn't do or you go blind. and the Fitbit starts vibrating. So as my mind is ripped away from my current fantasy, I'm thinking, not now, Mom. And then I look at the Fitbit, and it proclaims elliptical detected. Now, I'm not sure what type of wrist motion the programmers were going for, but I think an elliptical goes more like this. Thanks for the compliment, Fitbit. All right, that's my time. Let's bring Amber back up here.